Let's talk.
Let's talk.
All right, today is a good day. Welcome to the sunny side. This very blissful Friday. It's quite sunny. But from what I'm seeing or from what I saw outside, I don't think this sun is going to last. Yeah. You remember what happened yesterday? All of a sudden, it was raining all over the place, everywhere. Cloudy, and the rains came pouring. But it was also beautiful that once the rain was done, the sun came back up, you know. So wherever you are in the city of Port Harcourt, you're welcome to the sunny side. Today is the 17th day of March 2023. Great to have you on the show. My name is Constance Mega. All right. So I also observed the traffic situation in Port Harcourt today. Like from this morning, I'm sure it's still on right now. It's on another level. So in case you're planning to go out, just bear in mind that you will spend some time on the road. That's just all I can tell you. Because it seems everybody is outside. I don't know what is happening, but everybody seems to just be outside. But it's all good. It's all good. All right, so we'll be talking about two things today. Number one has to do with online marketing. But this time around, we'll be looking at the parts where some people use deceptive stories just to attract customers or clients. We'll talk about that, all right? And then we'll talk about respect for family members. Is there a hierarchy to it or not? I'll go to a short break and then I'll be right back. Do stay tuned.
The show continues after this break.
Hooray! Chief Mike, we are like a PhD, my friend.
Welcome back now. It's 12:26 on the clock. Good afternoon to you once again, in case you've not heard me say that before now. All right. So, back to what I was saying. We'll be talking about using deceptive stories to drive sales. Now, when it comes to online marketing, all right, you find out that a lot of people like to use storytelling to catch the attention of people they expect to buy from them or patronize them. All right. So, and then of course, when you go online, you see some of these stories. So someone can just start up a story and you're reading. The story really catches your fancy, gets your attention. You're just deeply into this story. And then at the end of the day, you find out that, oh, this person is marketing something. You know, for some people, it's like, oh, okay, that was nice. That was nice. And then you now have to go back to the photos or videos they had posted before the text. So you get to really find out what this product is really about, right? I've seen a couple of them. I've seen an actress recently was a blender she was marketing, and then she started telling a story of how she uses the blender, or how she used the blender to make herself plantain. Is it plantain fufu? I think it's plantain fufu. Yeah. All right. So she was able to use the blender to blend the plantain, and then she cooked it, made it into the mold she wanted it to look like. And the whole storyline, the video, everything, it was just enough for someone like me to feel like, I think I'm going to have to go try this particular blender. What's even the product again? What's the brand again? Let's go find it and find out if it's as good as she says, or, just get it thinking that it's going to be as good as she has said, right? So storytelling. Some other people tell stories that sound like I was suffering and I got into this business, and in a few months, voila, here I am. Dangote no fi near me. And then you like, okay, what is this business? And then the person says, dial this number or join this WhatsApp group or click on this link to join the team or to get more or to join a webinar or something, right? Stories. It could be their own story. It could actually be true life story or a true life story. But then you also get to find out that the idea behind this story is to appeal to the emotions of, or even the intellect of the potential customer or client. So for someone who is an online marketer, there's the opportunity, to use videos, use pictures, in addition to the texts, right? To woo your target client. But the question is, at what point do we consider a compelling story manipulative? And this is the reason I'm bringing this up. So I saw a story online recently. So this lady shares and says that, her brother died in 2020 during the Lekki massacre. And her parents had been devastated and depressed. But as God may have it, she has finished the building that she was putting together for them, and now they have moved in. The joy on their faces when they moved into the house. In fact, there was a video to follow up the story. I saw a man and a woman. I think the man was kneeling, raising hands and just waving, and the woman was standing in front of the house and waving, more like they're worshiping God, saying, "Thank you, Lord." And so she says, I'm a graduate with no job, but I've always wanted to be a forex trader. To join my team, click on this link. And that was when I began to think, okay, oh wow. What exactly is she saying? Is she saying that she got the money to build this house from the team? From learning the forex, she was trying to invite everybody to come join, or what? Now, while I was still thinking, right, although the storyline was quite emotional, it was quite touching, you'll be tempted to tell her, "Oh, congratulations," and then you'll be tempted to click on that link. But then I decided to read comments. I do that, yeah, So the first comment I saw was like, the person goes, "The other time you said your brother died of cancer and your father died of cancer. Is it the same father that died of cancer that is now part of the parents that moved into the new house? Which one is your own now?" And then some other persons who had followed this particular lady online, they came more like attacking her. And some other persons were like, well, it'd be like say her brothers, them plenty. Because crazy enough, she actually said, "My only brother." So some people had been following her and they knew she was lying. And some other persons were like, you people should be calming down. She's just telling a story to get you to join her team. But could you say that such a story was deceptive, manipulative? Is it wrong to tell whatever kind of story to get people's attention? So far, at the end of the day, they get the narrative that you're inviting them to buy or to patronize them. So number one question, what I really want to find out from you, okay, if you buy things online, if you patronize businesses online, what really moves you to patronize them? Is it the influencer behind the brand or the person who is pushing for this brand? It could be an actress that you like, or an actor, or a singer, or even an OAP. It could be anybody. Is it the influencer behind the brand, or is it the brand itself? You know, if this particular brand puts out an advert online, I don't care whether they are using black and white pictures or whatever to market it. I don't care if they had any compelling stories behind it. All I just know is that it's this brand. This brand, I trust them. I like this brand. So is it the brand for you, or is it the storytelling? Perhaps the storyline. Are you looking for a compelling story, a story that moves you? What really moves you, really? I want to find out. And then number two, with this is just one example, right? There are also stories where people have even complained over time about how influencers could go online and they are pushing that people should patronize a particular brand. And it could be something edible or something people have to apply to their skin, or it could be just about anything. And they have not tested this brand. All they know is that they've been paid to market it, and so they're marketing it. Some people have had really bad experiences in that regard. Some people have gone to use facial scrubs and whatever that some influencer was advertising, and it didn't go well with them. Some people have ordered for clothes or anything because an influencer was online telling them it's a good thing, or just because a storyline was really nice. So do you think we should have a regulatory requirement to meet first before putting out an advert online? Perhaps we should have a body that really takes out time. Anyway, there's a body though. But I'm looking at regulatory requirements to be met first of all. If you don't meet it, don't carry your business and come online. Go and let them, just like, you have NAFDAC. If your product is not certified by NAFDAC, it's something that is food or drug, don't bring it outside. Eat it alone until you are sure that it's okay. All right. So do you think, should there be a regulatory requirement to meet first before advertising online? Perhaps to also checkmate some of these stories that people put out, to also let them know that you don't come online and you're outrightly telling lies just to attract customers. So let's talk. First of all, what moves you to patronize a business online? I beg your pardon. I just remembered something. We're sending messages only today. All right. So send me a message on 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. And then you can get online, get on Facebook. We're live. All right. So drop a message, drop a comment on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. And of course, those WhatsApp messages, I'm taking them. Let's hear from you. Constance, the truth is that no one begs or forces or convinces anyone to make money. The truth is that if people have the secret of wealth, they will hide it. Endwell from Port Harcourt. Endwell. Okay. But Endwell, back to my question really. I want to find out from you. Do you even ever patronize any business online? It doesn't have to be come and make money with us. It doesn't have to be that kind of business, right? It could be come and buy hair, come and buy clothes, come and buy shoes, come and buy drinks. It could be patronize us. We are a good logistics brand. We can move your goods from here to there. We can ensure that your client gets whatever package you want to deliver to them on time, and we get them to them in good shape. It could be any of these, right? So there are so many things people sell online. Goods, services. All right? So, but what moves you to actually patronize any particular business? That's what I want to find out. Is it the influencer? Or is it the brand? Or Is it the storyline? All right. So keep those messages coming. 0809 030 6416. All right. Sammy J on Facebook says, I don't trust anything only and can't be tempted to click any link because there are scammers everywhere, except it's coming from someone I know has truly benefited from it. Then I may like it or give it a try. All right. So back to, I really want to get your comments on this one. So tell me what really moves you. So for Sammy J, it has to be someone he knows. And not just that I know you, I have to be sure that you have benefited from this thing before I will be compelled or moved to patronize you. All right. Ogwojone Justice says that's a marketing strategy to win the heart of the customers and make your sale. Oh, okay. So for you, it doesn't matter if the story is deceptive. So someone can come online and say, I just lost my money. I lost 20 million naira just 3 days ago. And while I was crying, this man shows up to console me and he tells me about this brand and he told me to just join them on WhatsApp and I joined them. 2 days later, I am making 25 million naira. See, you can do better even. Because I entered this business emotionally down. That's why I even made 25 million. With you, that your emotions are intact. If you enter, you're likely to make 50 million. So even if the story is outrightly a lie, it doesn't matter. Is that what you're telling me, Ogwojone Justice? All right, back to the WhatsApp messages. Keep them coming. 0809 030 6416 for your WhatsApp messages, all right? You can also send me an SMS in case you're not on WhatsApp to the same number, 0809 030 6416. La la la. All right, this person says a lot of content writers these days think telling a story automatically gets more results than listing features and benefits. I buy things online, hair care, skincare, makeup products. And while a story might catch my attention, if I don't see myself in the story, you're not seeing my money and I will even block you. For instance, you cannot successfully sell aphrodisiacs to a woman who knows she is the prize and whose husband adores her. Using the same story you're telling the girl that has a cheating boyfriend. Aha. This is from Anonymous. Interesting stuff. Okay. So for you, the story has to be compelling enough in that the storyline should be such that you can relate with. If you can't relate with the story, you're not talking to me, I beg. What's my business? It's just like trying to sell what do these people use? I've forgotten what that thing is called, but I'm going to explain what I mean. When people who are bald, and I don't mean it in a bad way, people who are bald and there's no hair, and then the product you apply to keep it shining, right? You can't sell that to someone that has hair and is not ready to go bald. You get? You can only sell that to someone who perhaps has hair but wants to go bald. So if your storyline it's so good, but I don't want to cut my hair, it's not for me, so why would I even bother? Right? So some people actually use jokes, and some people are, should I say, respectful enough to let us know that this story they are sharing is actually fiction. It's not true. I'm just using this to get your attention. At least they could do hashtag fiction or fictional, something, or at the beginning or at the end. They will indicate that this story is not a true life story. This thing I'm sharing is not true. It's not that it happened as I have said it, but Just read it, and at the end of the day, you find out why I'm talking like this. You know, it could even get someone to just enjoy the fact that, oh, you could come up with such a story, right? So you might even be selling something else. You might be selling shoes, for instance, but the story that you use to get people's attention to the particular product you're selling could get another person who is looking for a good storyteller. I don't know if you know what I mean. I'm sure you understand what I mean. So, telling deceptive stories or using deceptive stories to drive sales. Do you think it matters even that someone has outrightly told a lie just so they could get into our mind, get into the heart of people, to have them buy what they're selling, to have them even just click on that link, just take a look? Or do you think it's also a good business strategy or a good advertising strategy? You know, someone might even want to argue that those of them who sell medicine, and you see the adverts all over the TV, and they give a storyline of someone who is doing something and the person gets sick and the person takes the drug, and in a few seconds or hours the person is fine and the person's life just goes shining, all things bright and beautiful. I don't think it's the same thing, but maybe it is, but I don't think it is the same thing. Because definitely when you get the product, when you get the drug, you will see all you need to know, right? When you read it, you read the leaflets, you find out what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And besides, you shouldn't be buying drugs on your own. You should be prescribed by a doctor. All right, so what compels you, what moves you to patronize a business online? Is it the brand? How big the brand is? How popular the brand is? Or is it the influencer? How pragmatic this influencer is? Or how popular as well this influencer is? Or is it the storyline, regardless of who the influencer is or the brand? So far you can sell me a good story, you got my attention. Let's talk. 0809-030-6416. I'm taking messages only, all right? So keep them coming. All right, back to your message, Anonymous. Anonymous still says, and even after the story gets my attention, I do my research. Every beauty care product I've bought, I research the ingredients after I find out about the product. And if I like what the ingredients do and the salesperson is courteous, I'll gladly buy, no matter the cost. All right. Good afternoon, Constance. I only patronize those a close relative has had a satisfactory service from. Nomzi from Alu. Nomzi. So another person should be the scapegoat. Try it out and let me see. If it doesn't work for you, then I'm not buying. Well, if it's okay by you, okay, then I can buy. I remember we had a conversation the other day, right? Can't remember exactly, but it was something. Okay, yes, I remember now. I was asking you about patronizing an artisan, right? And part of it is some people said for maybe a tailor, they can patronize a tailor when another person has referred them to that tailor. When another person says this tailor is good and even shows examples, and I even told my own story of how this tailor made some really nice dresses for my sister, and I felt like, oh, okay, I could get her to do me a dress or make me a dress. Anyway, it was a wonderful experience. All right, so talk to me now. What moves you to patronize a business online? So storytelling marketing. It's a thing. It means using a narrative to communicate a message. So it's something that anyone can actually use, all right? Whether it's a startup, a small startup, or a bigger company, anybody can use this pattern to draw customers, to draw clients to themselves. But when the story is a lie, an outright lie, does it matter? Really, does it matter? Do you think it matters that when you're telling these stories, when you're telling whatever story to get people to patronize you, that this story should not be a lie? And if it's going to be a lie, at least let us know. Even the movies, when you watch some movies, they will start off by letting you know that the characters in this particular movie, even the story, it's not something that happened though. They just made it up so that you will not think, in case for whatever reason it relates to something that happened in your village, you will not now say they've come to tell your story, And so that some other person will not take it as a real life experience and run with it. So if you're going to tell a lie, is it okay if you at least let us know that this thing is not real? Unlike the story I shared where the young lady, she put up pictures, she put up videos. I was seeing those two elderly people, the man and the woman, stand in front of the house, and they were raising their hands and waving, and then I went back to the story where she said the brother was killed and she and the parents were depressed, and now she wasn't even she didn't even have a job, even though she was a graduate, and then so she's selling a narrative that you don't need to have a job to come join what I'm inviting you to join this business that will yield you money enough to build a house for your parents. But she was lying. So you tell me, does it matter if the story is an outright lie? What moves you to patronize a business online? So whether the story is a lie or it's true. For some people, they don't care. Just give me a good story. Something that's... There are people who are very vulnerable. Like, they don't even know the difference between anything. Like, anything actually goes for them. Even in real life, anything goes. They believe anything. They're very easy to capture. Their mind is very easy to deceive. And for the sake of these people, should there be a regulatory requirement that should be met? Just like we have NAFDAC taking out time to certify products that they would say, okay, this can fly. The content in this is enough. It's okay. This can fly. So you can sell it to the public now. And just like even here, on radio, TV, even the newspapers, there's a regulation. There are things you're not allowed to fly on air. There are things you're not allowed to put out there. Why? Because there are people who cannot hold it in. There are people who cannot control themselves based on what they hear. The way they receive a message can really be bad. You can't come on air and start painting, describing how someone was killed. There are people that you will actually literally kill just by giving that description. So yeah, you can just use one word, killed, and that's it. You now want to narrate how the person was now like this, they now do the person like this, they now did like this. Like, by the time you're done narrating that thing, you don't know how many other people that you have put in a very bad state just with your narration. So the same thing with when you're selling a product, and then maybe it's not even something I need, But because I get involved in this business that I have no business getting involved in or involved with it in the first place. And then I lose money, I lose time. So many people have been duped that way as well. All right, good day. If I want to patronize a skincare vendor, I will check your skin and your unfiltered post on social media. Make a no go buy rigging buck. You say your name is 5G. Oh my goodness me. So what if all the pictures put out there have filters? How do you even know? Really, some cameras are really that good. They take a photo of you and even you're looking at the pictures and you're wondering, is this me? Like, I look this good? Wow, really? But thank you all the same. All right, Lucky from Ajib says, any marketing strategy that is manipulative, deceptive, and not just delusional, but criminal under any circumstances. It doesn't matter how we paint it, but this is just the truth. All right. Lucky, thank you. So if you are going to buy something online, what would make you buy? What would make you patronize a business online? Is it that this business is something that is being influenced by perhaps a comedian you like? And that's enough to just, you laugh, you're happy, you say, this guy. If this guy, they use this soap, me, I go buy am. And I mean, like, big man like this, they use this soap. Me, I don't buy and finish now. He might not be using the soap. Yeah. All right, I have commercials coming right up, and then I'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Sincerely, I don't want to wait till I graduate from this school before I think of what to do.
All right, welcome back now. So we're still talking about using deceptive stories for online sales or to drive sales. All right, and then I give you an example of a lady who shared a story of her brother who died. Yeah, she said the brother was killed, and then how her parents were depressed after that, and how she was now able to build a house and their joy restored. And then you should click on this link to join her team. And so you're the one who has to now put 2 and 2 together. You're the one who will decide if what she's saying is that when you join my team, you're going to have so much money to be able to build your own house. I don't know whether or not that's what you decide or deduce from that story. That's your business. All right. But the story was quite compelling. Very emotional stuff. Someone was killed. In fact, she said, my only brother. And it's enough to get someone to want to really find out, wow, what's this business that this girl was able to do? In fact, she said, I'm a graduate and I didn't have a job until. She didn't say until. She said, I'm a graduate, no job. I've always wanted to do this, you know. So she dropped those words here and there. And it was for every other person to deduce what they want to deduce from the story. But people called her out, noting that this is not the first time you're using such a storyline. Some time ago, you said your father was killed or your father died. The other time, you also said your brother died. This your brother. Is he always dying and resurrecting? And your father too? What's happening? So she was basically lying. She told a lie. And it's not the first time she would be lying. So that's her own strategy. That's her own pattern. That's her way of marketing her business online. And so I'm asking you, what moves you to patronize a business online? Is it the storyline that they put out? Or is it the influencer behind that particular brand? There are so many influencers today online. All right? So is it the influencer or is it the brand itself that compels you to patronize a product or service? All right? And then when we come back, we have the news, trending stories. After the news, I would like you to also tell me, do you think that should we have regulations or regulatory requirements that anybody who wants to market anything online should meet first? Of course, there's already a regulatory body. Should they meet some requirements before coming out to advertise? Or should it still be a free-for-all? You have your product, you have your data, you have your account. Let everybody hear it. All right, the news comes up now. Afterwards, I'll be back to hear from you. Send me messages, all right? 0809 030 6416.
Keeping up with political issues and development.
afternoon. Are you having lunch? Are you stuck in traffic? Because everybody seems to be outside today. Yeah, public holiday. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, thank you for tuning in and listening. All right? And if you've not joined the conversation, please do. All you just have to do is type your message. Send them to me and I'll read them. All right? So you can send your message to the WhatsApp number 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. We're also live on Facebook, so go on Facebook and drop a comment. You can also tweet Nigeria Info PH. That's our Twitter. We're still discussing using deceptive stories to drive sales. And before I went on break, I was asking you if it's something that should be explored. I'm talking about ensuring that people who advertise any products online meet a particular regulatory requirement before they do so. Like before you will be able to advertise online, your product should have gone, not just your products now, but even the strategy you want to use. If you're going to tell a story, let's scrutinize it. Let's hear. Let's find out how you want to say it. There should have be requirements that says you don't tell an outright lie. If you're going to lie about anything, you can let us know it's a fictional story, so that people don't take your story hook, line, sinker and just run with it thinking it's a true life story. If you're going to influence a brand, let's at least see and be sure that what you're influencing is the right thing, is what people should actually go for. So that you don't influence something, they bring out the best and you take pictures and videos and put them out there. But when it's time for people to actually get the same products, they're getting something else. They're getting something substandard. They're getting something that doesn't even meet half the hype that has been put out there. So should we keep having what we are having right now, where advertising online, influencing products online seems to be a free-for-all? No regulations. Say it the way you want to say it. Push for it or push it the way you want to push it. Those are the questions. All right. So let's hear from you. Although the questions I still have online, all right, when you get on Twitter, when you get on Facebook, what you will see is what moves you to patronize a business online. And then I have options I gave you. Is it the influencer? Is it the brand? Or is it the storyline? And someone here on Twitter, your name is Builder God's Will. Builder God's Will says, good pictures. Good pics. All right. So take some really nice pictures and Goodwill might just be patronizing your products. Interesting. All right. So on Facebook, Weregbara Yemanu Israel said, online things they fear me. Oh, greetings from Kwara State. Missing PH. Oh, can't wait to finish my service here. Oh, all right. All right. And then Lord Billions say they do that to lure you to patronize their product so that the product will be rampant. Yeah. And that's why I'm interested in finding out if it's okay that someone should use a deceptive story to get people to patronize them, to drive sales. You know, they even do it in offline. They do it physically, right? Have you met market women? Oh, my goodness me. Some of them are just like that. They'll tell you, this thing, you're looking at it and you're like, madam, is this thing fresh? Ha! Is this thing fresh? Is it because you even saw two to buy? Do you know how many people that have bought it? Ask my neighbor now. Mama Gideon, are you not the one? No, be you come buy the three now. I call the beg you make you leave this to my seller. They tell me something. Buy them. People don't they buy since. See my neighbor self don't even buy. But you have you're actually doubting the product, or you're doubting the authenticity of what you're about to buy. You're doubting the freshness. And especially if you go to buy stuff at night. God, have mercy. Because I've been in that shoe myself. And after buying the stuff, I get back home and I'm like, oh, goodness me. Who told me to listen to this woman? And the way the neighbors are quick to say, madam, buy now. You don't want buy, yo. I even want buy everything before self. The way they just agree, and it's like as if they use jazz and you are buying. You now get home, Obono, that they were making noise, that this Obono, even a drop, all you just need is a drop. Just put it inside small oil and pour water, fill the pot. The Obono will be very thick like this. You buy 1,000 naira on and your soup is not thickening. The soup is looking at you, water. You end up cooking watery Obono soup. Your eye will clear. Oh my goodness me. So talk to me now, all right? What makes you patronize a business online? What is that thing that moves you? Like the mister on Twitter who says it's good pictures that drives him. All right. How about you? Is it the good pictures? Or is it a great storyline? Or is it a brand or the influencer? What is it that works for you? Talk to me. 0809 030 6416. And that's for messages though. Okay. Lucky, I've seen your message. Good afternoon, Constance. This one a serious issue. There's this young woman I know working in a good company here in Port Harcourt. Some of these marketers came into her office with slippers called massaging slippers and showed her the video on how effective it has worked for others. My friend went on to buy without checking side effects. In 3 weeks' time, under her foot began to rot to the extent that the bone is visible. What are you saying? But thanks to God, she's fine now after spending her last dime. Let's be careful of what we patronize. Michael, I hope this is not one of those kind of stories. Anyway, Michael says, my advice to vulnerable people is for them to be self-content. Many people, greed is what keeps them to believe everything they hear and see. Okay. All right. And Simply Goodness from Abamaika says, Constance, nothing will make me purchase anything online. Even if I see it online, I purchase it offline. Why are you telling me it's Chelsea versus Real Madrid? What am I supposed to do with that particular information? But thank you all the same. Simply Goodness. I have met people who they refuse to buy anything. They don't, if they're going to buy anything online, all right, they would rather see the product first. They're not into that, send right out to come and send it to me. They don't do that. If they're not seeing it, if they're not checking it out themselves, then they're not buying it. Your pictures, your stories, whatever is not working for them. Even if what it is you are advertising is a product from a big brand, they will say, we have heard, it's fine. So where can I come and meet you so that I can inspect the product myself? And then if you say you're offering a service, you've got some really great way of marketing what it is that you are giving people, whatever product or service you're offering, service right now. They want to find out who else has received that service. They want to find out by themselves. And so I think that's also why we have some people who now would share testimonies. But crazy enough, we're talking about using deceptive stories, right? And then these testifiers are also part of the team. And so everybody knows what they're supposed to say. Everyone has, there's a script and we're all acting. And so everyone takes on to what they're supposed to narrate, what they're supposed to do, what story they should tell. Everyone just has something to say. And they tell you that these are testimonies. So what are you waiting for? Join this business. You've heard from people like this. I mean, that one is a pastor, the other one is a lawyer, that one is a doctor. You might think that they're making so much money, but even at that, they still have time to come and do this business. They're also busy, and even with their tight schedule, they're also doing this business. That one is a lecturer. That one, they always have. So they also have testifiers. But at the end of the day, everybody is lying. Even the people who are testifying, and they have not seen kobo. But there's a product to sell. There's a service to sell. And so they must have to get people to patronize them. So you tell me, apart from whatever it is that compels you to buy a product, right? So in case you're not in the category of people who buy things online or who even check out anything to think of buying or patronizing the business online, so far it's online, they are not for you, all right? Do you think it's okay? Or is there a situation, or are there grounds where we can say, it's not bad if the story is a lie? Does it matter? It's a story. Finally, the end point is that there's a business. At least now it's business they're inviting you to come and join. Does it matter if they were lying or not lying? Doesn't matter. So are there grounds to say that it doesn't really matter if it's a lie? So whether the story is coming from an influencer or coming from the outright owner of the product or coming from someone who is into affiliate marketing, is trying to draw more people into their team, it doesn't matter if the storyline is a lie. Or does it matter? I'm still taking those messages, all right? So send them to me to 0809 030 6416. So for an influencer, that's someone who simply influences other people. This person has an influence over others, over their buying decision. All right. So there's a product that a particular person, because of the way you hold this person in high esteem, and then this person is promoting this brand, promoting this product, you just feel like, nah, this product must be good. If this caliber of person is pushing this product, forget it. I'm going to buy everything. So that's an influencer. But what if the influencer is just doesn't even care? Because there are actually many of them who do not care whether the products they are influencing or advertising is worth the hype. And then sometimes also, it's not about them not caring or they not caring. It's even about the people who own the product lying to even the influencer. So the influencer doesn't even know. Yeah, because this is it. So you say you are to advertise maybe a drink, right? And you're like, I have to taste it so that I'm sure that it tastes as great as you guys are advertising or making me believe. And so they give you a bottle. And that's a special one they give you. That's one that was properly done. Because definitely they will not give you from the one they're going to sell to everybody. So they give you something special. You taste it, whether they give you 1 or 5 bottles of that drink. But just note that whatever you get, it's specially designed for you. Because you have to help them push their product. So even the influencer doesn't know that they have gotten a special edition of whatever the product is. And so they taste it, they use it, and they're like, whoa, wow, this is good. These guys are good. They're making videos, they're all over the place, taking pictures, and they're all over your face on social media. And so you believe them because of the trust you have in this person, right? But then you go to get a product and you're disappointed. You begin to even look at the influencer as like, are you like this? What kind of deception is this? You don't even know that the influencer was deceived. The influencer was also deceived, and now the person has also deceived you. Deception continua. Okay, let me see here. It depends on the audience. Some people know their audience. Some people know their audience are carried away by wild stories and won't check details. With the hair care brand I use, when I first heard of them, I also checked out the founder. She literally has the hair of my dreams. The length and density of her hair made me ask if both her parents are Nigerian or if she was wearing a wig. The answers were all the story I needed. If she had said something like she had cancer, had to get chemo, or her hair fell off, but the ingredients in her products gave her full hair in a month, I wouldn't have bought. Deceptive stories are not necessary to market. Interesting. All right, thank you. Oh, wow. Good afternoon. Okay, your name is Brina. You said, I need to see someone who is using it, and the goods must have good effect in the person's life before I patronize. Okay. Christian, thank you for your message, but I won't read it. Immediately I see an advertisement on any product that starts with a touching story, I lose interest immediately. They are the real online scammers. Joe Egbezo from Omoku. So stories don't cut it for you, especially if they are emotional stories. All right. Good day, Constance. Trust your day is rolling smoothly. What motivates me to get a goods or service online is personal conviction and most times physical assessment. Do you know that Ghana has an organization that vets advertisements before it is being published on media houses? Wait, you're talking about Ghana. Why are you going all the way to Ghana? If you're talking about media houses, there is no adverts. Unless you're referring to every single advert. But adverts are also regulated in Nigeria. They're also vetted. All right. But you say it might be challenging to regulate it on social media because everyone has unlimited access to all these platforms. All social media platforms should have a red box corner where fake or false adverts can be reported and taken down thereafter. Felix Ekene from Port Harcourt. All right, Felix. Thank you for your message. Okay, I have to go on a commercial break, and when I return, I'll read the remaining messages. And of course, you can still go on Facebook and join the conversation, all right? Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Commercials coming right up. Do stay tuned.